Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. Despite the recent setbacks to the Los Angeles Dodgers pitching rotation, Shohei Ohtani's timeline for making his return to the mound remains unchanged. In recent weeks, the Dodgers have experienced a series of unfortunate injuries to their starting pitchers, most notably with Blake Snell, who has been sidelined with left shoulder inflammation, and Tyler Glasnow, who is dealing with right shoulder inflammation. Both pitchers have been placed on the 15-day injured list, leaving a significant gap in the team's rotation. While Tony Gonsolin is set to make his highly anticipated 2025 debut on Wednesday, it's clear that the Dodgers will need to continue relying heavily on bullpen games or spot starts to fill the void left by their injured pitchers. These makeshift solutions have been a temporary workaround, but the team will likely need to continue with this approach for the foreseeable future, especially given the uncertainty surrounding the status of some key pitchers. However, there is some hope on the horizon for the Dodgers, as they are eventually set to welcome a major reinforcement in Shohei Ohtani. The two-way superstar has been diligently working on his pitching in preparation for his eventual return to the mound this season. Ohtani has been throwing off a mound twice a week as part of his recovery process, but even though his return to pitching is eagerly anticipated, it remains months away. Despite the Dodgers' immediate need for starting pitching, team management is adamant that they will not rush Ohtani's return. Manager Dave Roberts was clear when asked about the possibility of speeding up Ohtani's pitching schedule in light of the current injuries. No, not at all, Roberts firmly stated. I think Shohei is separate as far as the process. I think Gomer said it. It's a week-to-week thing. The availability of the other pitchers has no bearing on Shohei's program. Roberts' response emphasizes that the Dodgers are fully committed to a cautious and measured approach with Ohtani, acknowledging that his return to pitching will follow its own carefully planned timeline. For Ohtani, the journey back to the mound has been one of gradual progression, and he remains fully on board with the team's cautious handling of his schedule. In a recent update on his progress, Ohtani expressed his desire to soon take the next step in his recovery by facing live batters. But he also expressed his understanding of the team's cautious approach to ensure that he is fully prepared for his eventual return. Initially, Ohtani's bullpen sessions were limited to fastballs, including both two-seam and four-seam fastballs, as well as cutters. However, as his recovery has progressed, he began incorporating his splitter for the first time during a bullpen session on April 5th. This marks a significant step in his recovery, as the splitter is a key pitch in Ohtani's arsenal, and adding it back into his routine represents a crucial milestone in his progression. Despite this positive development, Ohtani has yet to utilize his slider in any bullpen sessions. This will likely be the next step in his rehabilitation process before he moves on to facing hitters. The slider is another essential pitch in Ohtani's repertoire, and his ability to integrate it back into his throwing routine will be another indicator of how close he is to returning to the mound. Once he is able to incorporate all of his pitches effectively, the next logical step will be facing live batters in controlled environments. Even with these positive steps, the Dodgers continue to be uncertain about the exact timeline for Ohtani's return. Manager Roberts provided a cautious estimate, stating that it is likely Ohtani will not take the mound for the Dodgers for another couple of months. This timeline is largely based on Ohtani's current recovery status, but Roberts emphasized that this estimate could change as Ohtani progresses through his rehabilitation process. While Ohtani's return to pitching remains an exciting prospect, the team is not willing to rush it and is committed to ensuring that he is fully ready to contribute at a high level when he eventually takes the mound. Looking back at the offseason, Roberts had initially suggested that Ohtani might make his Dodgers pitching debut around May. However, he has since acknowledged that this projection was overly optimistic. Given the challenges that Ohtani has faced in his recovery and the cautious approach the Dodgers are taking with his rehabilitation, it's clear that a May debut is no longer a realistic expectation. Despite the uncertainty surrounding Ohtani's exact return date, the Dodgers are hopeful that his eventual return to the mound will provide a major boost to their rotation. As it stands, the team is doing everything it can to manage the current injuries to its starting pitchers, relying on a combination of spot starters and bullpen games to fill the gaps. Ohtani's eventual return, though still months away, represents a much-needed reinforcement for the team's pitching staff. However, the Dodgers are steadfast in their commitment to ensuring that Ohtani's return is handled with the utmost care, allowing him to make a successful and sustainable comeback when the time is right. While the Dodgers wait for Ohtani to make his return, they will continue to manage their pitching staff through a difficult stretch of injuries. The team's ability to adapt and rely on unconventional solutions, such as bullpen games, will be crucial in keeping them competitive in the meantime. Ohtani's eventual return, though still on the horizon, offers hope for the team's future, but for now, the Dodgers are focused on the immediate challenges at hand, knowing that they must navigate the current pitching crisis while keeping Ohtani's long-term health and success at the forefront of their priorities. This article was originally published on Dodger Blue, offering detailed coverage of the Dodgers' pitching situation and the team's cautious approach to Ohtani's return to the mound. While fans may be eager to see the two-way star back in action, it's clear that the Dodgers are taking a careful, methodical approach to ensure that Ohtani's eventual return is successful and sustainable. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Shohei Ohtani's recent remarks have sent shockwaves through the world of baseball, stirring up intense speculation about his future and how it might impact the Los Angeles Dodgers. In an unexpected and bold statement, Ohtani revealed that he no longer accepts the idea of playing alongside Mookie Betts in Los Angeles, a scenario that had long been envisioned by Dodgers fans and management alike as the ultimate dream team. The announcement has left many wondering whether Ohtani is signaling the end of his time with the Dodgers or simply testing the waters for a new chapter in his illustrious career. This revelation is certainly one that carries weight. Shohei Ohtani, one of the most talented and marketable players in baseball, has been a key figure in the Dodgers' pursuit of excellence in recent years. The idea of a potential partnership with Mookie Betts, who is already an established superstar, seemed like a match made in heaven for the Dodgers. Together, the duo was expected to elevate the team to new heights, combining Ohtani's two-way brilliance with Betts' defensive prowess and power hitting. However, Ohtani's announcement has now cast doubt on that vision, leaving fans, analysts, and the front office to wonder about his future plans. Ohtani's decision to part ways with Betts, at least publicly, could be seen as a desire for independence, both professionally and personally. For years, Ohtani has operated as one of the most unique players in baseball history, capable of excelling both as a pitcher and, as a hitter, a rarity in modern sports. His status as a two-way player has made him a valuable asset to any team, and the idea of him joining forces with another superstar like Betts seemed like the perfect combination. But perhaps Ohtani's statement suggests that he no longer sees his future tied to a single, high-profile partnership. Is he looking for a fresh start, or does he want to prove that he can continue to dominate without relying on a second star? One thing that's clear is that Ohtani's words have already had a ripple effect across the baseball world. Teams with an eye on Ohtani, including the Dodgers, are now re-evaluating their strategies. The Dodgers front office will likely need to address this situation quickly, as Ohtani's future is now very much up in the air. With speculation swirling about where he could end up next, a number of teams have already expressed interest in acquiring the Japanese phenom. From the New York Yankees to the Chicago Cubs, there's no shortage of suitors for a player of Ohtani's caliber. However, his latest comments suggest that his next move may not be as straightforward as many had initially assumed. In the wake of Ohtani's statement, the Dodgers' plans are now in flux. For a team that has long been considered a favorite to land Ohtani, the idea of him moving on without playing alongside Betts is a tough pill to swallow. The Dodgers have invested heavily in building a championship-caliber roster, and the idea of missing out on the opportunity to have Ohtani and Betts in the same lineup could be a devastating blow to their championship aspirations. At the same time, it's also possible that Ohtani's comments are part of a larger negotiating strategy designed to create uncertainty and leverage in his next contract discussions. After all, this is a player who has consistently been at the center of the sport's biggest headlines. For fans of the Dodgers, the news is bittersweet. On one hand, the thought of losing Ohtani, who is arguably the most exciting player in baseball, is a devastating prospect. On the other hand, there is a sense of resignation that comes with the reality of the situation. Baseball is a business, and Ohtani's decision to distance himself from Betts and potentially seek a new environment is a reflection of that harsh truth. Fans are now left to wonder what the future holds for both Ohtani and the Dodgers, and whether the team will be able to rebound from this unexpected turn of events. Ohtani's future is not just about his skill on the field, but also his ability to move the needle off it. His marketability is unmatched, and any team that lands him would instantly elevate its profile, both on and off the field. Ohtani is a generational talent, and his next move is bound to have ripple effects across the sport. For the Dodgers, this is a moment of reckoning. They will need to assess whether it's worth continuing to pursue a partnership with Ohtani or if it's time to look in a different direction. While the Dodgers are undoubtedly a team with a storied history and the financial resources to remain competitive, they now find themselves in a precarious position. Losing Ohtani, or failing to secure him in the future, could derail their plans for sustained success. The pressure is on the front office to make the right call, and that decision could define the direction of the franchise for years to come. This entire situation highlights the delicate balance that exists in professional sports. Teams must constantly evaluate their roster, weigh the potential of every player, and navigate the complexities of the market. Ohtani's declaration, though a surprise, is a reminder that players are no longer simply commodities to be traded or kept for the sake of team success. Players like Ohtani are powerful forces in the game, shaping not only their own futures but also the future of the teams they represent. As the season progresses, it will be interesting to see how this saga unfolds. Will the Dodgers find a way to mend fences with Ohtani, or will his future lie elsewhere? Only time will tell, but for now, it's clear that Ohtani's comments have added a new layer of uncertainty to the already high-stakes world of Major League Baseball. The rest of the league will be watching closely, as Ohtani's next steps could shape the future of the sport for years to come. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.